Good morning on day 99. I'm in Lander today. Got here yesterday afternoon and I got most of my chores done yesterday. Camped in the city park last night. The city park allows camping, so that was nice. And today I have a few more things I need to do, some gear things I need to take care of, pick up some bear spray, stuff like that. But I'm A0. I'm feeling a little tired, so I'm headed into like the downtown now to go get some coffee and then, hang out and keep working on a few of the things I need to get done. And then we'll see where the day takes me. Good morning on day 100. 100 days on the CDT. I'm in Lander this morning. Yesterday was 0 day, and I'm on my way to try and find a spot to hitch back to the CDT. Well, actually I had pretty good luck getting a ride out of town. I wasn't sure how easy of a hitch that would be because it's like a 35-mile hitch, I think, but I ran into Jazz Hands and then within a few minutes we were riding in the back of a truck, which was actually beautiful and really pleasant. I think that's the first time on this trail I've had a pickup truck ride, so that was nice. I am curious how quickly the landscape will change where I start feeling like I'm in the mountains again, but I will say there are already like trees around me, which is already a difference from what I had just before getting into Lander. So I think, yeah, probably a few more miles and the world will start to feel a little different again. Wanted to mention a few gear changes and updates. Now that I'll be entering grizzly bear country, I've got bear spray on my chest there. I sincerely hope that just remains a decorative item that just hangs out right there. I've got some new odor-proof sacks for my food. I've actually been carrying some sort of odor-proof sack the whole time, but they wear out over time a little bit. So some new sacks, and then I've got stuff to hang my food, which I've also had the whole time too, actually. So and then unrelated to bears, I have some new shoes. That was kind of an impromptu purchase. I was basically outgrowing the Saucony Mad Rivers that I was in, and they were just getting a little tight and uncomfortable. And since there were like actually gear stores in Lander, I decided to take advantage of that and pick up a new pair. These are the Ultra Lone Peaks. I hiked in those on the PCT, and I had mixed feelings about them, and so that's why I was, wanted to try something different on this trail. But so far these shoes feel pretty good. They certainly are very roomy. I'm still in a women's size 8, but a wide version, and then Ultra just does a better job of making a wide toe box. And so my toes are definitely appreciating the extra room to spread out, because my feet are definitely like pancaking into new dimensions. And hopefully this will be a successful shoe for me. We'll see. And thank you to my dad for sponsoring that shoe purchase. I think he'd seen how torn up some pairs of mine get, and so he had offered to get my next pair of shoes. So thanks, Dad. Hello, single track trail. And the climbs begin. After some of the grody, dirty, gross cow pond water that was available in the Basin, this is a lovely sight. There's kind of a light smoky haze in the air that I'm noticing as I'm kind of getting into these trees and mountains. I know that there are fires burning a ways north, like after I cross out of Wyoming, there's a fire closure on the CDT. And it's totally possible that this is smoke blowing in from fires that are a decent ways away. But I'm gonna be pretty bummed if, like, for the second time on this trail, there's like a new fire that I don't know about that I'm like walking at. Hopefully that's not the case. Good morning on day 101. It's a little cool this morning, which is nice. It's a change because even in the Basin in the mornings it was still really quite warm, and it's mountain fresh today, so it's nice. I'm feeling pretty excited this morning because I am about 7 or 8 miles from the junction to take the Cirque of the Towers alternate, which is meant to be beautiful, and I've never seen any of this before. This is all going to be new to me, so it's taken a long time to get here, so I'm excited. The gates that guard the Cirque of the Towers. So last year, I believe it was last year, there was some pretty significant wind event that caused all of this, and I think it's going to be pretty slow going. Well, it's been quite a lot of work to get here. The blowdowns have been quite the guardians of this trail, but we're finally getting into the good stuff. Wow. Those are some gnarly looking towers. Beautiful break spot. That was the lunch lake in the valley I walked through. And there's a pretty lake on the other side too. I mean, wow.
Dirty money went all the way up there.
This is called Deep Lake, and we have decided to set up pretty early today because it's real pretty, and we decided we just wanted to enjoy it. Well, day 101, first day on the Cirque of the Towers alternate, has been a really beautiful day. Like I said earlier, we'd set up much earlier tonight, way earlier than I would normally stop, but all these lakes were just so pretty, and the mountains are so dramatic, and I don't know, we crush miles every day, but not every day do we get to be in a place quite like this. So good vibes from day 101. Really happy to be where I'm at. One last pano of the deep lake area where we're camping. You can see the sun starting to set behind the mountains over there. Good morning on day 102. Got up a little early this morning, and I think we're being rewarded for it. It's just so stunning. This is another one of those times where I'm sorry if you get tired of looking at the rocks, but man, did they look cool from where I'm standing. This is Arrowhead Lake, I believe. And I saw a sign earlier that said Climbers Trail, so there's probably some pretty popular climbing in this area. This is Lonesome Lake. One of the more popular, like famous lakes in the in this area, I think. So I am just about to the top of Texas Pass right here. And it has been hard work climbing up here. It's been a little while since I've seen this stuff. It's not much of it though. And this is coming down from Texas Pass. This is Shadow Lake or Shashuki Creek, depending on how much you zoom in on the map. This is the last lake on the Cirque. We just went for a awesome swim. That dip in that lake felt amazing. I feel so refreshed right now. That was the last lake on the Cirque of the Towers alternate, and I think we've only got a few miles left of the Cirque alternate, and we've seen like all the big dramatic stuff, I think. But I'm sure I mean, this valley is still pretty just as it is, so it's been beautiful, so worth it. Well, I'm back on the official CDT now, and it is crazy to think that just a matter of miles ago, I was all up in those mighty towers, but man, they are cool. So the landscape has changed quite a bit since we left the Cirque. We're still passing a lot of really gorgeous lakes. Good morning on day 103. This is from the top of Hat Pass. Since finishing the Cirque alternate, nothing has been quite as dramatic. We're still in the mountains. It's still very pretty. Well, the landscape's already starting to amp the drama back up a little bit. But later today, I should get to a junction for another alternate called the Knapsack Col. And I'm pretty excited about that one. I think I'm going to be in for some more really stunning views. Today has had a lot of climbs so far, so closer and closer to these monsters. Oh my goodness gracious. I didn't get a great look at that thing, especially because they're kind of quick, but that was a weasel of some sort. And that's the second one I've seen, which is kind of surprising because normally they're fairly elusive. And it was kind of a big one. So at the top of Lester Pass. It's unfortunately a little hazy, but you can still get the idea. This is the closest I have ever gotten to a pika. And it's because he or she nearly ran right under my feet. But, yeah, I could just about reach out and touch this thing. Oh, hello. Oh, bye. Oh, poor guy. He doesn't know where to go. All right, here's my junction. And onto the Knapsack Col alternate. So these are the Titcomb lakes in Titcomb Basin. And I don't know exactly where, but sometime tomorrow, somewhere in those peaks, we'll be climbing up and crossing over. This is the pre-camping dinner party, as we've started making an effort to eat in a different spot than we camp now that we are in bear country. Also, it's just an opportunity to have a beautiful dinner next to this lake. I don't think I've seen this flower yet. What a pretty pink-purple combo. Looking back at the basin. Morning on day 104. We're up bright and early to go climb a mountain. Happy. Yeah. Getting a little brighter, getting a little closer. So I'm still not exactly sure what our climbing over point is, but we're going up there somewhere from the looks of it. So this glacier is melting pretty rapidly, but we get to walk across a little bit of it here. I think it was called the Twins Glacier. Well, most of us have done the glacier walk. Now my absolute least favorite, slippery, loose rock. Probably can't tell, but we're making progress. Oh, this is awesome. So worth 4 a.m. alarm. Very nearly, at least I think, to the top of this thing. To the top, and it is absolutely amazing. Woohoo! So that's the way we came from. Everybody's getting all their pictures. And this is the way, you can still see the moon up there. This is the way we'll head down whenever we finish enjoying the top of this just amazing climb. I'm so happy. Have I mentioned this place is incredible? My word, I'm out of words. This is amazing. Right now we're walking through basically along the Green River. The source of the Green River was right where we came down, and we're going to be following that until we join back up with the official CDT. There's a shot of the lovely Green River in the beautiful valley. Still gorgeous. Just making it to tree line. on the official CDT. I've got about, really it's like 15 miles of pretty much all flat and downhill to get to the Green River trailhead, where the plan is to hitch into Pinedale. It's a bit of a long hitch, so it feels like a little bit of a gamble, but hopefully that'll work out. In one of my earlier videos in Colorado, I mentioned climbing the last like 12,000 foot peak, or last climb over 12,000 feet. That turned out to be inaccurate because climbing over Knapsack Col was over 12,000, and I didn't know at the time I would be doing that alternate, but I am so glad I did. What an epic last time to be over 12,000 feet on this trail. There really have been so many moments on this trail in this last section where I've just been on cloud nine. I've been so happy to finally be here, and then it was just even more beautiful than I knew to expect, and so it was amazing. And I've kind of been feeling like all of my hard work so far, like to get this far, was just sort of like this was the culmination of all of that, to get to do this section, which is only kind of true because, I mean, yes, all of my hard work has led me to this point, but it's not really a culmination. There's oh so much more, and I'm excited for it. Well, I believe the end is in sight here as I get close to the Green River Lakes trailhead, and I'm hoping that some of these day tripper types over here will be my ticket to town.